Hello, everyone. I'm Erin Pickens. We are following the historic votes that happened in the state legislature today. Our team coverage starts with 16 WAPT's Scott Simmons. He's live at the state capitol with the latest developments. Scott.
Good evening, Erin. A whirlwind day here at the state capitol, where both houses voted to suspend the rules that said no more bills could be introduced at this point in the legislative session. Now, that one exception, an historic vote on the state flag. And today, both houses took a step in that direction today, suspending those rules. First, the House vote by a margin of 84 to 35, then over to the Senate, where they passed it by a margin of 36 to 14. The measure, although procedural largely, was really the mountain because it required a two-thirds majority in both houses. There have been many attempts to remove the state flag that is now 126 years old and bears that controversial Confederate emblem in the corner. The stage now set tomorrow for a vote on the removal of the state flag, not by voters in Mississippi, but by state lawmakers.
It went against the people asking for a referendum. Bottom line here is we think the people should be allowed to vote on this issue again. It just makes sense. We think they retained that issue back in 2001. And an issue of this complexity and this important, it belongs to the people, not for us to make that decision.
We're one step closer. We're making progress. In fact, if you had asked me this question in January rather, it would have been a longer odd in terms of getting to this point. But we're here now, and we're trying to make that next step going forward.
Tomorrow, the Senate and House will return and vote on whether to remove the state flag as we now know it. If so, then a commission would be selected to give voters a choice as a replacement. That new flag would have the words, though, "In God We Trust" on it, and voters would be the ones to make the decision on what that new flag would look like this coming November. Governor Tate Reeves already saying today that he would sign that measure if it does reach his desk. We'll have much more on this, of course, as the day goes on. Ross Adams covering the House debate for us on this measure. Let's toss it over to him.
Well, Scott, Mississippi is trending on Twitter tonight, and it's all for something very positive. The eyes of the nation on the Magnolia State tonight after the House of Representatives took that historic vote and passed that suspension resolution.
By a vote of 85 yeas and 34 nays, resolution passes.
A standing ovation from the gallery after the Mississippi House of Representatives approved a suspension resolution which opens the door to a vote that could change the state flag.
Well, it's definitely a historic day in Mississippi. I think this is a tremendous development for all the citizens of our state.
It's about damn time. That's the best I can tell you, is that it's a relief, it feels good, it feels powerful.
That we can send a message not only to Mississippi, not only to the United States, but to the rest of the world, that Mississippi is moving forward, that we're heading in the right direction.
But for most people throughout our nation and the world, they see that flag and think that it stands for hatred and oppression.
The Saturday afternoon House vote followed passionate debate from lawmakers for and against changing the flag.
I don't think we can move forward together if we say you can have any flag you want except this one.
I would guess that a lot of you don't even see that flag in the right corner up there. There's some of us who notice it every time we walk in here. And it's not a good feeling.
Favor the motion to table indicate by saying aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it.
The House also voted down an amendment to table the suspension resolution. Gulf Coast Representative Jeffrey Geis, who sponsored the failed amendment, told his colleagues he made a promise to the voters who sent him to the Capitol.
I'm not going to vote to change our flag without you having an opportunity to vote on it.
The vote was special for Representative Brian Clark. His father, Robert Clark, was first elected to the House in 1967, the first African-American to serve in the state legislature since Reconstruction.
It was something that he worked on many years when he was in the legislature, and I can tell you firsthand that he's excited about us taking this step. And as historic as today was, tomorrow could be the day that really goes into the history books. That's when the House and Senate is expected to gather here to take the actual vote that will remove the flag that has flown over two capitals since 1894. Live at the state capitol, Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.